What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you my first impressions of the Ampero 2 Stomp. So I wasn't really planning on making a video today, but this thing showed up in the mail, so I changed my plans. By the way, if you watch my YouTube stories, you would know that this showed up because that's where I share a lot of the behind the scenes sort of content, so go watch my YouTube stories. But anyways, let's get this guy out of the box here and plug it in and check it out. Interesting packaging. I really like Hotone's packaging. I know it's not particularly interesting, but I do. I think, ooh. Oh, it's white, cool. So not only was I not fully aware that this was gonna show up, but I also had no idea it was a white version. Maybe they only have white versions, I don't know. Man, this is, what is all this? Looks like some doodads. This guy up here. This is heavy too. Must be all that DSP. Man, that thing looks cool. Let's see what's in this box with all the noises. Oh, it connects via USB Type-C. Way to step into the future. It's got a Type-C to Type-A adapter. That's helpful. Oh, look at this. Comes with these little foot switch covers. Let's put these guys on here. That's neato. Look, they look like little jewels or something. It's kind of neat. And then, of course, we have the power. All right. Dude, I can't get it into the output jack. What the fuck? Wow. Really gotta push that thing in there. So far it has the tightest 1/4-inch jacks on the back of it that I have ever seen on any product. Should probably mention here that we actually have dual inputs. We have a left and a right input, a left and a right output, all 1/4-inch, and then we have an expression pedal input over here on the right. On the left side over there, it looks like we have a stereo effects loop that is 1/4-inch TRS. We also have an 1/8-inch auxiliary in and an 1/8-inch headphone output. And then on the right side over here, we have our USB-C type connection, and we have MIDI in and out. So there are a lot of in and out options for how small this guy is. Let me grab a guitar. You would think I would have one ready to go, huh? Guitar cable. All right, let's see if I can get this thing in here. Oh, that was not so bad. I wonder why it was so bad with the monster cable. All right, powering up. Oh, look, that's exciting. I don't have no volume. Oh, might help if you plug the guitar into the actual guitar input and not the expression pedal input. It's the first default setting on the Ampero. I mean, it's cool, but you know what we're doing here. Okay, so the UI is similar, but it is definitely different here. And it's actually advertised here that you can make dual signal chains. So we'll check that out. But right now, all I want to do is, so we don't have a noise gate on the input block itself, but we do have one here. Let's turn that guy on. Let's turn the effects off here. Let's just see how the amps sound. I'll keep this green drive on for now. Let's look at the different amp models that we have here. I really like the UI layout. I think that like this is a definite improvement over the Ampero. Oh, cool. And we actually have the amps split into different types here, which is really handy. It's not in just like one big list like it was before. So we have drive amps. Let's just go straight for the high gain amps. We actually have a power amp section. Let's go to the high gain amps here. Looks like we have Marshall. That's Tangerine, that's an orange. It's a Mesa Boogie Mark IV, it looks like. Soloist 100, Eddie 51, Friedman, Ingle Savage 1 and 2, Powerball, a Diesel VH4. Okay, so we definitely have a good selection of high gain amps here. This was one of my favorites on the Ampero. Let's try the Ingle Savage. Let's see what different kinds of cabinets we have here. And look, we also have the cabinets split into categories, which is really, really handy. We have Bogner 4x10s, a Bogner 4x12, these Diesel 4x12s, Eddie 4x12, that's probably a EVH 4x12, maybe a 5150 4x12, I'm not sure. Definitely more cabinets this time around. Let's go with one of these rectifier cabinets. There's 4 different rectifier cabinets here. Let's start with just rectifier A. Oh man, it sounds awesome. Dude, I don't think you go wrong with any one of those. Those all sounded really good. And you know, the cabs were kind of the weak spot on the Ampero. I didn't think the cabinets sounded particularly good. Preferred loading my own IR, but so far these sound great. So this is a tremendous improvement over the previous cab selection here. You can basically select the position and you don't need to select the X and Y axis. That's super confusing, especially for beginners. And you can just select the position here. You have center, near center, cap edge. That's where I like to mic my cabinets personally. A cone, near edge, edge. I mean, dude, they really thought this through and this is a really great improvement. Try swapping this cab lock out for one of these IRs. We have these Celestion IRs included, which is really cool. And there are quite a bit of them, wow. Let's just go straight for the vintage 30. Okay, let's go for the greenback. Not my favorite speaker ever, but that also sounds really good, man. We have a 2x12 vintage 30. Okay, let's see what other drives we have here. Oh man, this categorizing of effects is really, really awesome. The way it should be done. Look, we have a bunch of different overdrives here. Green, so green drive is probably an 808 versus a TS9. Zen Garden Grand, man, there's a lot of really cool stuff here. Okay, so it's worth mentioning here too, if you're looking for like a clean boost, that is not in the drive section anymore. They actually put it in the dynamic section, which makes more sense actually. I know this one is probably what a lot of people are interested in, is the Forest Boost, which is actually a fort and grind. And true to the fort and pedal, there's only one knob. I need to tune a little bit here. I'm a little bit out of tune. Okay, I got to guess here what my tuner is. Maybe these two together? It is, okay. How's your guys' day going? Excellent? If you like this video, you should hit the like button. It really helps me out. Thank you. Note to self, hit the save button before you try and tune. In the original Ampero, changing the master volume didn't really have any effect on the tone. It just changed how loud it was, but this actually... Maybe it's just my perception, maybe it's not doing this, but it does sound like it's breaking up and getting a little bit warmer. The louder you turn it up, which is what would happen in a real amplifier. Let me know if you guys are hearing that down in the comments. Voice rough. Oh, cool, so you have a different voice switch here. You can make it smooth or rough, so here's rough. Smooth. And we have a depth boost also, ooh. So what is that doing? Oh, output to chain B. Oh, look at that. So we can actually process two different signals at the same time. This is awesome. I mean, essentially you could have one of these for two guitar players if you wanted. And obviously you can make these effects loops as well if you want to include external effects. I'll cover that more when I do the actual review on this guy. This is just a first impressions video, so I'm just messing around with this. I don't know what else to say. I'm blown away by this thing. It's awesome. Check out what different types of delays we have. Only one category for the delays. Now, one of the cool things about the Ampero is it's always boasted like a ton of different effects and amplifiers and stuff like that for something in its price range. And the Ampero 2 Stomp does not seem to disappoint in the same regard. I mean, look at this. We have 27 different kinds of delays. Try this infinite delay. I mean, it would probably take me hours to go through all these, but let's check this one out, Recaller. I like that one a lot. That one's really cool. Let's keep the recaller on here and then let's go look through the reverbs. And just like with the delays, there are quite a bit. There's 11 total reverbs, 2 different types of shimmer and a cloud. Let's try this cloud reverb. Kind of crazy. All right, let's try the shimmer. Let's check out what frequency is. Oh, so these are like filters. And this is where you would find your pitch. Everyone always asks me about the pitch, so let's check it out. Dual, quad, classic. Okay, look, we're running into some DSP limitation here. We can't select the normal pitch shifter. That is a bummer. And Harmonizer 1 and Harmonizer 2 are also out. So there is some DSP limitation on this guy. I don't have a ton of stuff loaded up, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but it's not totally surprising. A lot of these smaller units have the same sort of limitations. So you just grab and hold it to move, which is cool. It's kind of like how I expect it to work, but you know, and then press that little move guy there. That works too, I guess. Let's change this. Let's see if we can access that pitch shifter now. So the pitch shift is set up to be using a pedal by default. I'm in the 0 position right now, so my fixed pitch is whatever this minimum pitch is set to. Let's go down a full octave. It's not the best I've ever heard, if I'm being honest. Let's check out one of these other pitch shifters. Look, we can't use the second harmonizer here. That really shows off how limited this DSP is because I don't really have much in this signal chain right now. 2 dynamic blocks, an amp block, and a cab block. So that's kind of a bummer. It does look like it has pretty limited DSP right now, but oh, let's turn on smooth mode. You know what? I'm not super blown away by the pitch shifting or the harmonizer so far. That's unfortunate. People always do ask about that though. Let's try string shifter. You know what? That one's actually not too bad. We do have a looper in there. I'm terrible at using loopers, so I never really demo them, but it's there. And I really like the addition of these little meters here. I think it's a really nice touch. Okay, so very similar to the Ampero in a lot of ways, but with some really nice updates to the UI, to the in and out options, and just to the way the whole thing functions. And if you've seen any of my videos, you know I say this about every single floor modeler. I'm so glad that they decided not to include the small expression pedal on the side and rather give you more in and out options and just make this unit better in and of itself because, you know, if you want to, you can just add an expression pedal. It's got an expression pedal input over here, and it also has MIDI, so I don't think that there is any reason to include one of those little dinky expression pedals on it. I think that was a really good choice. And aside from the DSP limitation, which I will have to experiment with, and I will go into depth with more on my formal review, I'm super impressed. I think it sounds awesome. All right, guys, that's gonna be it from me. Make sure you tune in for my full review, and if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. That was a good flick.